Hello, I'm Mr. Lennon. I'm the new music teacher here at Morgandale this year. I am extremely excited to be here and I'm looking forward to working with everybody. To get started, this is our first week and we're going to get started right away. What I wanted to do today was number one, introduce myself, give you a little tour of our environment, and then I wanted to go over some of our expectations in our classroom. Now, for introductions, again, I'm Mr. Lennon. I have been a teacher for quite a while, teaching music and having a lot of fun doing it. I'm looking forward to working with everybody so that we can get some singing and some instruments and some different things like that. Just a couple other things about me. I enjoy playing a lot of different instruments. Right here, you're going to see this is my acoustic guitar. You'll hear this a lot and see it a lot. Behind me, I have a piano. There's all kinds of different sounds. You'll be hearing that quite a bit also. Now, what I'm going to do now is give you a little bit of little tour around the room, just so you can get comfortable with what we're going to be doing in here and kind of what tools I have. You're going to see a number of posters switching around behind me quite often. What I like to do is I like to show people music I'm interested in, and also at the same time go and make sure that you know the expectations in the room. So if you look back here, this is a poster from a concert that I went to a long time ago, and it's one of my favorite bands, the Jackson Street Polecats. They're a lot of fun. They're a jug band, so we'll talk a little bit about that. Right back here, you will see my favorite guitar player, Mr. Trey Anastasio. He plays electric guitar, so he's a lot of fun to watch and listen to. And then behind me, right over here, is another musician, Dave Matthews. He's one that really got me into music and got me to enjoy it. Hopefully, by the end of this year, we'll be able to find some music people for you to enjoy too. And so that you can have some people that, if you're interested in it, you can grow and learn more about their music too. All right, so what I'd like to do now is just go through and just show you a couple more things that we're going to be using in the room. One thing that you're going to see on pretty often is the guitar stand. This is going to be something where I'll be putting my guitar every now and then. So just so you're aware of what it is. And then I guess that's really kind of it for right now. What I'm going to pull up now is our music room expectations. Now I understand that we are in a Google Classroom right now, so some of the expectations are not going to really work for what we're doing, but we'll talk a little bit about them. And what we'll do then is we'll talk a little bit about how they're going to work and what we're going to be doing with them. So what I'll be doing is I'll be setting my guitar down and picking up a poster board. All right. So, music room expectations. Now, what you're going to be doing to remember what you should be doing in class is you're going to be following the word music. M-U-S-I-N-C. Music. Now, these letters are the first letter in a very, very important sentences that we're going to be following as we go through class. Now, letter M stands for make choices that help you and others learn. Now, in our digital environment, that's going to be things like making sure that you're paying attention, making sure that you are listening and participating when you're supposed to be. Now, that'll include things like singing and answering questions. All right? And if you have instruments at home, we'll talk about those and maybe use them in some cases. Okay? Letter U. Use instruments and materials with care. Now this one's not going to be so important right now, but it will be very important coming up when we're back in school. So if you have instruments, we always want to use them with care. They are very delicate. Instruments can be very fun, but at the same time they can break very, very easily, and we don't want that. We're going to go on to letter S. Okay, this one will be very important for us as we go through class. Letter S says speak, sing, and play only when asked. Now, it's going to be very important that we are following directions in this case because music is a sound art. And what that means is we make sounds. And when we make sounds that we're not supposed to, that can take away from the sounds that we are supposed to make. So if we're talking when we're not supposed to, that's not the music that we want to make. Now, what I'll do is I'll definitely give people an opportunity to do some talking and some singing and some playing some instruments. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that we are working together to do those things. Okay. Letter I. Immediately follow all directions. Now, what you're going to be hearing is, in some cases, I'll be telling you to do things like sing, or maybe we need to be a little quieter. If I give a direction, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to follow it. Now, as we go through, there'd be some different directions that you might be getting. You might be asked to sing. You might be asked to tell me a little bit about yourself or about the music that you like. Please follow those directions as quickly as possible. Thank you so much. And then consider others and be kind. Letter C. Now, one of the most important things when we're working together in class is that we make sure that we're being considerate of other people. Other students may learn different, or they might have different interests, and we want to make sure that we are being respectful of them. Just like we want them to be respectful of you. And with the class, we will make sure that we are being respectful and considerate of others. So, all right, so what do we have to remember? Music. M-U-S-I-C. Music. All right. Okay, now, that was the intro lesson to what we will be doing. The expectations, the room tour. Now, what's going to be happening is I will be putting this on the Google Classroom, and I'll be asking a couple questions about it, what happened in this component of the class. Now, I understand that we have not quite doing music right now, but this is going to help us as we go through because we'll understand what's being expected of us. Now, there will be a second video coming up, and that video will be one that will incorporate a little bit more of the music component of it. Okay? So I'll see you in the next video, and make sure that you take a look at the exit slip so that you can answer some of the questions for this component of class. All right, see you in a little bit.